this is Elaine from Mindful Healing, parent coach, and I'm here to talk to you today about the difference between false and reasonable expectations with your teens. A lot of false expectations center around school. If your children are doing well, you expect that they'll always do well. You expect that if things have been coming easy to them, or if they're disciplined, they will continue to be disciplined and things will continue to be easy for them. Another false expectation is that if they're doing well, they're not struggling emotionally. But often that is not the case, and kids are very good at hiding what they're really feeling, even while they're driving themselves to be perfect and to perform well. And sometimes, in fact, it is that very perfectionism which drives their emotionality in negative ways that you have no idea is affecting them. Another myth is believing that if a child is active in sports, it will keep them out of trouble and they'll be more resistant to temptation or peer influence. Or naively, your children would respond positively to unsolicited advice, when unsolicited advice is the very thing that is keeping your child from feeling good about their own ability to figure things out from themselves. It's one thing if they ask for advice. It's another thing for them to be given unsolicited advice. Reasonable expectations is that your child does share with you the struggles that they're going through. That if your child makes a mistake, that they allow themselves to be accountable and admit it. That they can be open to learning from their mistake and to engaging in a dialogue with you about it. That they acknowledge that their primary responsibility is to be a student and to manage their time and their responsibilities at school first, before they do things like socialize. And that they treat you politely. Now be careful. Don't say treat you with respect. That's something that's earned. And children sometimes, they're at a point in time where they're not always respecting their parents. But the argument here is everybody, no matter how horrible they are, deserves to be treated politely, civilly. That is simply the way it needs to be done. And I'm here to share with you 5 ways that DBT can help you in your parenting. One of the skills is stop think. Learning to think before you respond seems something we normally do, but we don't. Often we bring to our communication certain assumptions based upon history with our children. We overreact. Your kid's cursing at you, for example, and we focus on the cursing rather than on what's really going on behind that symptom, which cursing is. You learn how to communicate in a more rational way. One of the skills that's learned is wise mind. How do you combine your rational mind with your emotional mind so that you can come at your children from a point of wisdom rather than from a point of reaction? We also learn and teach you how to manage your own anxieties and fears so that they don't carry on to your children, which then reinforces their own doubts about themselves. One of the most important skills, probably the most important, is radical acceptance. And this is a more sophisticated skill, but it's learning to accept what you cannot control and to recognize what you can control and what to do about each. And most important, as you utilize certain skills and your teen sees that you two are working on yourself to help better your relationship with them, they'll feel less damaged. They'll feel less like they're all the problem, even if you think they are. They will feel differently, and that will give them more motivation to move towards you and to communicate more openly and more rationally with you as well.